What's up, everybody? We are live for another episode of the First and 10 show. This is Justin, and today we have joining us Chiefs legend, one of the best to ever do it, Dexter McCluster. How's it going?
It's going pretty good, man. I appreciate you having me, man. It's always Go Chief Nation, baby.
That's right. Well, we're happy to have you on. We appreciate you coming on. So JP couldn't make it today, so we're just doing our thing. You know,
we're going to hold it down for him.
Well, that's right. That's right. We've got it. So, well, I mean, what are you doing now? I mean, we're here. I mean, what you been up to since football's been over?
What am I doing now? Oh, man, so I'm I'm everywhere, actually, man. So I hope you got some time because Dexter McCluster is all over Tennessee. But right now I'm running my own training business called McCluster Fit. Been doing that for 3 years now. I train athletes from ages 4 all the way to college. I did 5 years with Boost Performance, training college running backs for the NFL Combine. I coached the running backs at Independence High School. We got a game tonight versus Centennial, so hopefully we get that W. Last week we went into a triple overtime on my birthday, and we won that game. So I had a great week last week, trying to see if I can actually, relive that moment again. But other than that, man, just being a father, being a husband. Now I have 5 daughters, so I'm the ultimate girl dad and dance dad as well. So I'm just enjoying life, man, and just pouring whatever I can into whoever needs me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. I love to hear that. So, well, one thing I like to do, obviously anyone can, especially for a player of your stature, it's pretty easy to go on and look up things about your career and read about it. But when I have guys on, I just like to just talk about your career, walk us through the process of going through college and just kind of growing up and just entering the league. What's that like?
Yeah. So I guess I won't go too far back, but I started in high school. I've always had that knock of being the little guy, too small. Is he going to be durable? And so I always had to prove myself no matter what. And not just to prove myself to them, but I wanted them to see what I knew I had inside me. And I think that's what kind of fueled my career from an early age. But yeah, going back to the high school recruiting process, I was a 3-star, which really upset me. And it still upsets me. So I want to know the guy or the people that said I was a 3-star. And if it was just because of my size, the numbers don't lie. But anyways, I got off track. All right, so
that's right.
I was recruited by South Florida in Tampa. So I was fully committed there. Was going to sign on signing day, and Ed Ogeron, he called me from Ole Miss, and he was like, "Hey," his raging Cajun voice, "Hey, I want to come down and sit in your living room." So he came down to Florida. Him and Hugh Freeze, which is the head coach of Auburn now, but they came and sat in my living room, and just the energy they had, me being a 17-year-old kid, 16, 17 in that range, year old kid. I wanted to see what Ole Miss was about, So me and my father, first time flying for myself, so I was nervous I didn't know anything about turbulence, so I was nervous about that. But yeah, got to Ole Miss and just everything just kind of felt right. And when I got on the plane to go back home, I looked at my dad and was like, "Hey, I think I know where I want to go." And he was like, "South Florida." I said, "Well, I want to go to Ole Miss." And he was like, "Listen, it's your decision. I'm behind you 100%." And yeah, made that transition. And fast forward getting to Ole Miss, 17 years old, culture shock. I'm from Florida, so I'm used to the palm trees, the water, the sand, and all that. But here it's hot when it's hot, and it's cold when it's cold, and sometimes you're getting snow. So everything was kind of different for me. But again, I started off with a bang, scored my first game of my freshman year. I scored a touchdown. They called it the McCluster Fluster. Scored that. Had a couple good games after that. Then I got some injuries, and that's when everybody was like, "Oh, there it is." I knew he was going to break soon. He's a small guy, but fast forward to my senior year, man, and it kind of took off. I had one of my best games my senior year against Tennessee Vols. I think I ended up with like 4 touchdowns, 280 something yards, and 300 all-purpose. And something that was special about that game was Ed Ogeron, who recruited me. He was now at Tennessee with Lane Kiffin, who is now the head coach at Ole Miss. So it's a crazy entanglement right now, but I was shook out. But Ogeron was on the Tennessee staff when I was there at Ole Miss, and he got to kind of see what he saw in me, from that day he sat in my living room, and he saw it come true. And he probably wished it was another game or another day, but it was kind of cool, me being able to show him that he did not make a mistake, and
full circle type of moment.
It's a lot. I don't want to say too much or go too long, but just let me know if I need to stop, baby.
No, you're good. That's all we're here for. You sit back and
Yeah.
we go as long as you want. We can go all day if you want.
Yeah, I wish I had that time, but my
But
daughters, I told them I have 5. They'll come
I
drag me out of here and tell you deuces, double deuces out here.
yeah. Yep.
Nah,
I
but yeah, so I
understand that.
guess
No. But
the NFL combine was coming around 2010. We went to the Cotton Bowl. So speak on the Cotton Bowl real fast. I was we played the Cotton Bowl 2 years in a row. I was the MVP of the Cotton Bowl 2 years in a row, and that was the first time someone ever has done it since Doak Walker did it in 1941. I think 1941 or 51, one of those two, but it was a long time ago. You feel me? So that was an honor, and I recently got inducted into the Cotton Bowl Hall of Fame this past year. So that was pretty fun. That was pretty cool being able to know that I sit next to a lot of greats, and I can call myself one of those, especially at that collegiate level. Went through all the process, the combine and all that. I gained the weight. I think I went to the combine at like 173. And to everybody else, that's like, oh, that's still small. But that was kind of heavy for me. So I felt really sluggish, right? But after the combine and everything did that, came to pro day. I was back at 168, which was my playing weight, and which I am still today, right? I mean, so did the pro day stuff and kind of didn't know where I was going to land. I took a walk of faith and got a camera crew on draft day. The second day of the draft, because I figured if I don't go to first, I got a strong feeling somebody's going to stand up on the table for me. And guess who did it? Chiefs Kingdom, baby. So I'm forever grateful for them.
That's right.
Giving me that start, man. It was a blessing. It changed my life, changed my family's life, and now I'm able to off the field show people why I was able to do what I did. At 5'8", 168 pounds, because of my passion, my relentless, and my true, real deal caring heart that I really want to see you do better. And I'm going to show you the way. It's going to be work, but within this work, it's going to make you better. So, yeah, man, I'm just walking in that purpose, brother.
That's awesome. Yep, I love it. I think I can speak for a lot of people in the fan base when I say we're definitely thankful they made that selection, didn't let anybody else get them, So I say that fared well for everybody.
Yeah, man, and I appreciate it. I remember the phone call. It was a block number, and I think I had a little Nokia phone, I believe. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I think it was a Nokia. And it was a unknown number, and I looked at my agent. I was like, should I answer it? He was like, yeah. So I picked up the phone and started talking. That's when I learned that news, man. It was like a weight fell off my shoulders, and just when I told my family that, hey, it's happening, it was an unbelievable party. We can say that.
Yeah, I bet. So what was that transition like going from college, especially coming out as hot as you were going into the league?
Right. I forever and will go to the grave saying the SEC is probably some of the best football. Not any knock to any other conference. Everybody has great athletes. But I think the SEC kind of prepares you as close as you can to how fast the speed will be in the NFL. Now, is it two different speeds? 100%. But I think what helped me was going in, I knew I had something to prove. I'm going to show you better than I can tell you, whether it's, okay, you think I can't block? Well, watch me pick you up in the A gap. Or you think I can't run this route? Well, watch me run this route and make it look like I've been playing receiver all my life. When he punts this ball in the air, I'm going to catch it like I've been doing it all my life, and I haven't, right? I started catching punts in Kansas City, so that was definitely a great experience, a fun experience, a nerve-wracking experience, but it ended up getting me to the Pro Bowl later on down the line. So I went up there with a point to prove, and just to answer your question, going back, the difference, it was a difference of speed, but I think my mentality already was whatever's presented, I'm ready for it. So I think that's what helped me out.
Yeah. Yep. We've had a lot of guys come on, and a few of them being from the SEC. A lot of them, they've mentioned that the SEC really does prepare you for the NFL. So I kind of like to get their perspectives on that from different guys, especially depending on the time and everything like that. So that's awesome. But so that switch from return man, to punt returning, were you all good for it from the start, or did you have some doubts for it?
I mean, I wouldn't say doubts, but I would say definitely I had some nervous moments, but I just knew in practice, just do whatever you got to do to track the ball, to catch it, and just not look like you're not supposed to be here, right? So you're just willing to do whatever. Yeah. And I guess going to the first game of the season, September, it was Monday Night Football against the San Diego Chargers. Javier Arenas, he was our punt returner, right? So I'm just chilling on third down. I'm not, when they say punt return alert, I'm chilling, getting ready for offense, right? And I see Coach, what's his name? Head coach. It'll come back. But he came. I saw him lean over to our special teams coach, and he was like, "Hey, I want to see McCluster return one." And I read his lips, and I'm like, "Oh crap! All right." I said, "Just catch the ball. That's it. Just catch the ball." And then it started to drizzle, rain a little bit, right? So I'm like, when I'm out there, I'm looking confident, but my heart is going like 1,000 miles an hour, right? So I'm like, I remember my dad saying, "Hey, if your gloves feel wet, just put them in the inside of your thighs and just kind of, preserve them until it's time to catch the ball." So when the ball's kicked, the only thing I'm thinking about is Dex, catch the ball. And as I'm looking up, the rain is kind of ball drops in my eye, catch it. And if you watch it again, I caught it so low, but then when I looked and saw I had the ball in my hand, that's when just natural instincts kicked in. Had to make one miss, and then everything else was history after that, man. So it was just an electrifying moment in my life, in my career, and just in that moment, I can remember how loud that stadium got, man. So it was just an unbelievable feeling. Yeah.
I can only imagine. And honestly, I mean, could you imagine being the people in the stands sitting there watching, and they're like, "What's he doing back there?" Like, probably mad, honestly, and they're mad that they're just throwing a guy who's never done it before back there, and then next thing you know, completely switching their motions just like that.
Yeah, so if you think about it, that's the game we're in now, right? So 1 minute they love you, 1 minute they hate you, 1 minute, so it's back and forth. So again, they're just real deal fans of the city, fans of their team. They love the game of football. So it's just a different passion for them as it is for us, but that's actually playing the game. So it works hand in hand. You just got to be able to, hear it, receive it, and just keep moving, because at the end of the day, you have a job to do.
Yep. Yeah. JP and I talk about that a lot. We talk about how they don't realize how, players are just people too, man. It's their job. They're just going to work. So we try to emphasize that a lot. But we always say, if they're not hating on you, they don't love you.
Right. There you go.
That's how it goes.
You must be doing something right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And I would say everyone's pretty thankful that they put you back there punt returner that day, because we know how the rest goes. So
yeah. And that kind of gave me my confidence that I needed, to go out there and play that slot receiver, to go play that running back. You know what I mean? So it just made me that Swiss Army knife. Whatever you need, I got you. You know what I mean? That's how I am in life right now. I'm still trained. If till this day, I still train like I'm still playing, not because I'm going back to the NFL. Heck no, that's old with, that ship has sailed, right? But because it's in me, right? Like, I lived it, I breathed it, and I want people to know that, like, this is genuinely what I do, who I am. You know what I mean? So I let my guys know it's not about the likes, man. It's about just learning from what you went through, taking what you've gone through, and just kind of showing the young generation the way, whether young and old, because you still can learn as an adult as well every day. You learn something new every day. So I'm just exhausting myself to change the world, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Excuse me. So you said you train like you're still playing.
Yes.
And obviously you're not making a return. We put you in one game. What are the numbers looking like right now?
Oh, I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel pretty good, and I feel real sharp. So I know my mental. I'll get the playbook, and if they put about, for that one game, put about 7 to 8 different what do you call it? Plays that actually highlight me. Punt return. Oh, it's like clockwork. I catch punts with my high schools every day. I'm showing them. So I'm crisp. All right, baby, love you. But yeah, I catch punts all the time. So the numbers, I would say, rushing. Well, what team am I on? Obviously, Chiefs, right?
We'll put you on the Chiefs right now. We'll put you on the Chiefs right now.
It's going crazy. They're going to have me motioning out. They're going to have me doing all this and all that. So I say it'll be about 80 yards rushing.
Okay.
I'd say Mahomes, the play's never over. He's going, in them crunch moments and bop, 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 I could have by 8 catches. I don't know. It's up to me after that to get the yard. If I'll just say 8 catches, but I'm definitely going to get you a first down every time at punt return. I'm going to get you 10. First guy will not, still won't catch me. No one touch me. Yeah.
I like it. There'll be a couple touchdowns in there for sure too. I don't know where, but
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I
Oh man,
listen.
that's awesome.
I love your comment, but again, like I said, if I'm on the Chiefs, hey, if I know Big Red, like I know Big Red, he gonna find a way to get deuce in that thing.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, man, the way this offense works today, they'd have a field day with you.
Oh,
They,
it's unbelievable, man.
you know what kind of
Like
stuff they'd be dialing up. Yeah.
yeah, and I say, and I love to
If it,
watch it, man, because it's exciting. You know what I mean? A lot of people be
yeah.
like, man,
Yeah.
you were a little bit before your time. I said, no, I was just in time, right? Because I was still able
Yep.
to, show what I can do at this stature and show guys the way. But now this game is turning into, I wouldn't say a finesse game because it's still physical as heck, but it's more so, getting those fast guys, creating those mismatches, and spreading that thing out and just letting that thing fly. So yeah, the game is changing, but it's more electrifying. It's fun. A lot of big plays.
Yeah. 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 For sure. So watching football today, does it change how you watch the game, knowing you've played? Like, how do you view it after playing in the league? Excuse me, after playing in the league for so long.
I watch it as I'm still sitting in that meeting room Monday morning, watching the game from Sunday, or as a coaching aspect of it. So when I sit when I'm out somewhere and I see people watching the game, they'll be like, "Oh, he needs to pick. He sucks." That I said, "Well, no, it wasn't his fault because this guy was supposed to get him. It's a scan, so he scans from right to left. He didn't come, so that's not him." So they're like, "Okay, well, I get it now, but still, come on, we got to do better." So I guess I watch it as a coach and a player still. I can't sit there and just watch it and not say anything. I'll pause it, tell my wife, and she'll be like, "Bruh, I don't care about what you're saying." I said, "Well, I'm gonna tell you anyway." Or I'll find some stuff on there that I can show my running backs. Like, listen, if he wouldn't have finished, boom, or look at this block he picked up, and this was the outcome. So things like that is what I kind of did, or how I watched the game.
Yep. And your wife gives you that little look after you give the whole little spiel about the play. You get that?
Yeah, she gave me a look like, I didn't hear anything you said, but I'm gonna let you do your thing because I know you love it. I appreciate that. All these are listening.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
My girlfriend gets entire film breakdowns every now and then, so it happens. It happens to the best of us.
But the wife, she won't tell me, but I know for a fact I've turned her into a football fan because now she watches the game like I do. She'd be like, "Well, look, he didn't do this." I said, well, yeah. It made me smile to know that she know what she's talking about. Not all the way, but a little bit.
That's awesome. Yeah, getting there. I like it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, your career super decorated, ton of achievements, awards. What's one that, do you have a specific one that really just meant more, like stood out to you as far as accomplishments?
As far as what, a game or accolade or?
I mean, anything really. Like, accolade, performance, just one thing that you could take from your career that was just the best feeling in the world. What would you put it at? It's hard. I bet it's hard.
I'm thinking about 4 or 5 that's at my top now, but I want to kind of think back a little bit because I want to.
You don't have to single down to one. Yeah. Okay. We can hear a few.
I would definitely say just that phone call that changed my life from the Chiefs. My first before that, my first college touchdown. I got to college at 17. I just turned 18. And I scored on a trick play. So I knew once I crossed that line, I just imagined everybody in Largo, Florida, not Key Largo, but Largo, Florida, just how proud they were. You know what I mean? So I couldn't wait till after the game to call me like, "Did y'all see it? Did y'all see it?" I felt like I finally made it. But little did I know it was a lot more work to do after that point. But I would say that the Tennessee game, scoring the 4 touchdowns, 200 plus yards and 300 all purpose. I think that game is what kind of, was that stamp on somebody just to say, you know what, it's something special about this little dude. You know what I mean? And then now, I guess after.
And all the haters went silent.
They went silent, but they just kept watching to see when that downfall will come. But I hope they still watch.
Oh, yeah. They don't go away.
DMC ain't going nowhere. You feel me? Yeah, but and now being with the Cotton Bowl Hall of Fame, that's something big. You know what I mean? Like I have a brick. I think it's matter of fact. Can I go get it real quick? Let me get it real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me see if I'm still acrobatic. There we go. Don't follow me. There we go. And this is also a painting right here. It's actually wood. My best friend's name is Fix. He does painting, so I'll get you his information. So if anybody watching, they want to see that thing. and get some work. But this brick right here, it's heavy. This is for the Cotton Bowl Hall of Fame, right? So I actually got one of these bricks.
That's awesome.
Outside of Jerry's World at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. So I have a brick right next to Jerry Jones on the walkway. So if you're ever out there, look for the Hall of Fame, Cotton Bowl Hall of Fame deal, and you'll see me right there with a lot of great guys. So that was definitely a big accomplishment. And my most recent one, other than having my 5th child, was me being inducted into the Ole Miss Hall of Fame, last October. So it's been a lot of good going on after the game, awesome, man. It's been a blessing. It's been fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I always say one,
jump over
but it always turns into more
your show.
So I'm gonna go first, but now I have, so we're set.
Look, I'm a little sore too, so that hurt a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you're good, man. We're super laid back. We come on here, talk some football, we're having a conversation. So anytime you want to go jump over anything, you just do it.
It is.
But so now, man, that's awesome. But we were talking a little bit about you being a Swiss Army knife in the league, just doing it all, being an athlete. There's a few guys that are like that in the league. I mean, no one's really come close to doing it how you did it. But I mean, who are a couple guys that you look at now and you kind of, if you had to give a couple similarities, who would you say are closest to you?
There's so many of them now, man. Like that's doing multiple.
Yeah.
Shucks. I would say McCaffrey. He plays running back, but he can catch out of the backfield. You can put him anywhere. He's gonna make sure you can tell he has that type of attitude. Like it's nothing too big for me. I got it. Just let me know what you need.
Yep.
I want to say Tariq, but he's on a whole nother level at speed, man. That boy is he has a fast twitch that's unbelievable, man. But just knowing how fast he can get in and out of his routes, they can motion him at the running back. Now I don't know how smooth he is at the running back, but I know he can take a handoff, right? So him. So it's a bunch of guys, man. It's hard to just kind of pinpoint. I guess I never really sat down and asked myself that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. It's a whole new era of football, man. Like the way they do it.
And I'm still learning a lot of these guys' names, man. It's so many playmakers out there. Now I'm like, which one is this? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. And I mean, I'd say you definitely paved the way for that. You're a big component of that. And I think that's awesome. Just watching how the league changes, and then you go back a few years and just see what you did for that. I think it's awesome.
100%. Yeah. But again, like I said, I think the doubt is what drove my career from Pop Warner football to high school to college. It always had that same storyline, and it always ended up to work out on a better side for myself, man. So I was never wavered. Did I hit adversity? Yeah, but I kept the fight alive, baby.
That's awesome. So we talked about guys. I'm sure it's safe to say that a lot of them modeled their game after you. But were there guys that when you were growing up, you were trying to be like, and you were trying to model your game after, kind of just the next generation type of thing? Who was that?
Yeah, actually, Warwick Dunn. He was one of them because I'm from Tampa. He played with the Bucks and everything. So just saying, hey, he's not that big, but he's a dog out there. Like he's out there doing what he does, right? And Barry Sanders, man, I watched him before all of my college and high school football games. The same highlight. I watched that before every game, just to get myself in that mind frame. Like, man, listen, this is what you do. This is who you are. Go out there and do it. Just play lights out. You know what I mean? So funny story about Barry. I told my wife, I said, man, she know I looked up to him. I watched him all the time. And I said, when I meet him, I'm gonna go up and shake his hand. And I was in New York, and it was at an event with my agency, right? And I seen Barry Sanders at a little stand-up table. And I froze up, man. I didn't go over there and say anything, right? So I wish I could have that moment back, at least to get a picture, man. But I did not. So Barry, if you ever see this, Barry Sanders, that is, if you ever see this, man, your boy looked up to you, man. Still do, man. I appreciate what you did. And next time I see you, I'm coming. I don't care what it is. I'm fanboying. You feel me? So I'm coming this time. I was a little young last time. So I didn't want to be that guy because I was to be a rookie. I didn't want to be bothering him. You know what I mean? But I'm coming now.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like it. He'll see it. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome, man. So we're looking at the Chiefs now, man. I mean, what they're doing, it's unbelievable
Right.
how Andy Reid has shaped this offense and what Veach has done. I mean, just what are your thoughts on how they're doing this? And I mean, what are your expectations for this year? You think another Super Bowl?
Yeah, 100%. I tell everybody. I argue with everybody every single day. They're like, "Well, you're always wearing Chief stuff, and you live in Tennessee. What about Titans? You play for them too?" I said, "Yeah, I represent them a little bit too, but Chiefs. They didn't. The Titans didn't call me until they called me. The Chiefs called me first. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
but to be
Yep.
honest though, it's not surprising to myself, and you can probably ask a lot of players that played under Andy Reid. He's one of my he's probably the best special teams coach I ever played with. He's still there. And you just know the way those guys approach the game. They love it. And the way he used to say, "Hey Dex, man, just Big Red, Andy. Hey Dex, I want to see Deuce in that end zone. I want to see it dance. Show me your personality," right? So he allows his players to play loose, have fun. And when you're doing that and having fun, man, and you got guys that really can put you in the right situation to actually showcase what you're good at. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. That's why they're having so much success. So I don't think the success is going to stop anytime soon, man, because they're just a fine-tuned oil machine, and he has an eye for talent, man. He has an eye for the game, and hopefully when he's done, man, I know he will be in the Hall of Fame as a coach one day. If he's not already, but I think he got to be retired. But I want him to be the first guy, coach that's not retired, that's in the Hall of Fame, man, because he deserves it, man. Big time guy, man, and he's been through a lot himself,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Adversity, and still able to accomplish what he's accomplished, man. So again, Chiefs to the Super Bowl, baby, 100%.
I like it. Yep. I feel like it's ridiculous to say. I mean, it's not ridiculous to say, but it's ridiculous. It just feels ridiculous. I mean, expectations every year of Super Bowl for the Chiefs now. What Andy Reid's done, it's crazy that the bar is that high, but it's where we're at, and I think that's amazing.
Yep. So that's that. Yep.
So, yep. So, I mean, yeah. Who else you got? I mean, you got a couple dogs in the fight or anything? Any other teams you're rooting for this year?
Oh yeah, 100%. I root for the Titans because I still do a lot of stuff with them as far as the marketing team. So I'll go on the road shows with them sometimes. I went to the Titans and the Colts last year. Hosted a fans tailgate there. Got to sign some autographs. Did some radio. Titans Blitz. It was a show that they do every Tuesday. So I did that a couple of times. So I'm still involved with those Titans. So I definitely root for them. Me being from Largo, right outside of Tampa, I definitely sit down and watch them. And if they're playing somebody other than the Chiefs or the Titans, I'll root for them as well. But I don't know, it's just a lot of good football out there, man. A lot of good players, and it don't matter nowadays. Whatever game you turn on, you're gonna see some action, man. So some good action, good football. Yeah.
Yep. We're in a good era of football. I love it.
Yeah.
So
100%.
NFC team. Who you got playing the Chiefs this year?
I don't know. I don't know, man.
It's a toss.
I really don't. I say that because it really don't matter. Because once we get there, I mean, we there. Nope. So we know we show up in big time games. Other than that one hiccup we had in Tampa, but I mean, I'm from there, so it worked out. But I don't know. Let me turn in if you were. What about you? Who do you feel?
And I don't know. It all depends. There's a lot of what ifs in the NFC. I mean, everywhere you can say that, but NFC, there's a lot of what ifs, man. But I think you got to put the 49ers up there, depending on they've just got so many weapons and what Shanahan's able to do with them, man. It's ridiculous. Yep. So, but I don't know. I mean, Philadelphia, they've got a couple. They've got. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I guess we'll see. But we talked about rivalries a little bit too. What was a matchup you had highlighted? Was there one when you were playing, like a player, a team, someone that you wanted to go, like you were ready for week in and week out when you saw it on the schedule? You were ready to
go? NFL, no, not really. Not really. It was more so that college rivalry thing, but NFL is like, shoot, whoever you playing Sunday, you better just bring everything you have because this is the real deal, best of the best. You know what I mean? So I really didn't do it. Didn't mark my calendar for any of those games, other than if we got to win a game to have a playoff spot, or if it meant a little something more, or if it go on, then But I guess rewinding to college, obviously the Ole Miss Mississippi State rivalry. That's the Egg Bowl. That's not going anywhere. But I would always mark LSU, definitely. Well, let me rephrase that. LS who? My wife's from New Orleans, so I don't know. She might be a she. I got a side eye her a little bit. I know she might be an LSU fan deep down inside, but she got to rock with the home team. You know what I mean? But LSU and definitely Mississippi State, those games that I kind of marked off every time it's time to play. I wanted to make sure I showed up and showed out, did whatever I had to do. But NFL, not really,
That's
not
awesome,
really. I'm
man.
just ready to play, man. Ready to play.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome, man. So,
Yeah.
well, man, I mean, anything else you want to talk about? We've talked a lot about your
Well,
career.
yeah,
I mean,
I guess
you
so.
can't
I'm
put
gonna
into
do.
words.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. You're good.
Now, I was just saying, speaking on it, this second chapter of my life, man, has been fun, man. So if anybody was out there wondering what is Dexter doing, like I said, man, I'm being a husband. Like I said, I got 5 daughters, ultimate girl dad. They all dance at DC Dance Factory here in Tennessee. Just I'm walking in that purpose, and the way I know it's my purpose is because when I'm around anybody, you can just feel that I bring a little bit more light to whatever their situation is. I help them believe in whatever they have, even if they don't believe, man. So I can feel when I'm around people really enjoy my presence because they know it's coming from a genuine place, man. So that's why I started McCluster Fit to kind of, first of all, find me a way to do like this, just stay in shape. I didn't think I was going to be a trainer or anything, but I just started working out after the league and trying to get back to myself. And I was putting McCluster Fit, #McCluster Fit, not even thinking about being a trainer. And people were like, man, have you ever trained? Can you train me? Da, da, da. And long story short, did the research, got certified, and started McCluster Fit in 2020. And it's been the best thing, man. It's been opening a lot of different doors for me, and it's showing people who Dexter McCluster is outside of the helmet, so they have that aha moment of why he was able to do what he did, and that's a blessing for me to be a blessing to others, man. It's big time. One of my coaches, again, I coach at a high school now. I was walking and talking earlier, and obviously they still kind of look at me like, how does this little dude here do it, right? And I heard him, he was talking to another coach behind me, and he was like, man, I still don't see how Dexter did it with those big old guys. And what kind of made me smile was the other coach said, Coach, because he lived it, he breathed it, right? And I was like, yeah, he understands me, man. So it's pretty cool just for them to kind of actually be able to be at arm's reach of me at all times and see, man, oh, this guy, he's just Dex, man. He's not on his high horse. He's just Dexter McCluster and who God intended him to be, man. So yeah, I'm just enjoying life, staying busy, working out like a maniac, but I love it.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So you got any advice for the guys that are undersized players, the ones that are fighting for spots? What would your piece of advice be to them?
My advice to that, man, is just if you believe in it, because the mind is the strongest tool that you have, other than the tongue. The tongue can make or break you, right? But the mind, if you believe it, like real deal believe it, you got to put in extra work. You gotta be different. You gotta be uncommon every single day. You have to have tunnel vision, knowing that, hey, Usain Bolt said something. There's an interview. I'm not sure how long ago it was, but he said he trained for 4 years just to run 9 seconds, right? So what I got from that is, man, hey, listen, you never know when that opportunity is gonna come. So you gotta work hard. If you're small, you gotta work hard. If they say you're not tall enough, work harder. But you believe in yourself and never let anyone else's insecurities or their limitations fall upon you, because you have something special in you, man. And I would say this, if you want it, go for it. Will it be tough? Heck yeah, but will it be worth it? 100%. And it'll become a lifestyle and it'll become who you are. So go for it.
Yeah. Man, got me ready to run through a brick wall.
Hey, listen, I told you, hey, it's game day today, and the coach, he knows I'm the guy that, like, when I speak, I feel it. I don't write anything down. It was like, man, their kids are ready for me to get up, because they're like, what is Dex gonna say today? What is Coach Dex gonna say today, right? So, man, it's before the game, before we go out, coach will be like, hey, I want you to do your thing, and all I want to say is fly, Eagles, fly, because we're the Independence Eagles, right? So I'll say my spiel, whatever, boom, turn it up, and then coach will say it's fly, Eagles, fly. And I have to kind of take a couple deep breaths because now I'm ready to play a football game. I'm ready to go out there and run through a wall, man. So it just shows that passion, man. So it's game day, and I can feel it right now. So I mean, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go, and I'll let you know if we win or not.
Oh yeah,
we should win tonight, man.
All right, yeah. I was gonna say you have to let us know. Good.
Yeah, I'll keep you posted. Yes, sir.
Well, man. All right. Well, I mean, anything else you want to talk about while we got you?
Man, that'd be it. Oh, you can follow my wife in her baking page, Brits Baking Babies, BRITS BAKING BEES. Brits Baking Babies.
All right, we'll give you a little shout out on the page.
Shout out, man. You know, because I mean, she's doing something with my girls, like teaching them financial deals, how to save money, how to make a profit, how to do this, and all the while learn how to run their own business. So these past couple of weeks, my daughters have been making instead of Brits Baking Babies, it's Baking Babies now, having their own name, branching off from mom and selling mini cakes. So we're doing sales every weekend for them now, and they go to the store and okay, this costs that much. How much do we need to make a return and stuff like that? So she's doing a heck of a job with the girls. So they'll be ready for the world on both ends. Yeah, so that's about it, man. I mean, follow McCluster Fit if you're ever in the Nashville, Tennessee area. Look me up, man. I feel like I was one of the best NFL players at one time, and now on to the next chapter. I want to be the best personal trainer, best whatever I need to be, coach at all time. It didn't stop at the NFL. It's going to keep on going until these wheels fall off. And if they fall off, I'll buy some new wheels.
That's right, man.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm ready. I don't know. You need me to sit up for your high school team? I got
it. Listen, don't get me started. Yeah, you lucky. Look, and listen, we're right on time too, because my phone actually has 2%, so we're right on time, man. So yeah. Well, let me ask you a quick prediction. Quick prediction. We're going against the team Centennial. They're 2-0. We're 1-1. We're playing at home tonight. My junior running back got a little concussion deal. So now my sophomore running back, who I've been working with for the past year, he gets his start. He's a smaller guy, about 5'7", about 170 something. So what is your prediction for tonight, big dog? You better not be wrong, man.
Man. All right. Well, I mean, I've heard the undersized, underestimated running back story before, and we know how that goes. So,
yeah, I
sophomore,
think his mindset is on now.
Yeah. All right. Well, he's getting his time to shine. It's his opportunity, and so I'm gonna say he goes for. I mean, he's gonna be right. He's gonna hit 85 yards.
Touchdown last week too, man. So that's pretty cool. So hopefully that confidence spills over.
Oh yeah. He's gonna get 85 yards, couple of touchdowns. And if you're speaking before the game, you're speaking in the locker room?
I am speaking. Yes, sir.
All right. If you're on the pregame speech, it's Eagles by 100, baby. I mean, we got it.
Let's go. Yeah. I got 1%. The phone hang up. I apologize, man, but I appreciate you having me on the show, man. This is fun, man.
You're good. I appreciate you. Goes.
All right, man. Appreciate you, brother. Will do.
All right. Hey, we appreciate you. Yes, sir.
Right,
good luck tonight.
And Chiefs. Let's go, baby. Appreciate it, man. Yes, sir.
Yeah, baby. Yes, sir. All right. Well, that was awesome. Stay tuned for the next episode.